Let's TeleCHAT, a protocol of the feasibility, usability, and acceptability of delivering a comprehensive high-dose aphasia treatment program via telerehabilitation. Let's chat about aphasia. Aphasia is an acquired communication disorder which causes impairment to a person's understanding, their reading, speaking, and writing. Aphasia affects a third of Australians living with the effects of stroke, or approximately 140,000 people. This communication disorder has many psychosocial impacts, which can worsen a person's quality of life, with many reporting social isolation, depression, loss of income, and difficulty maintaining relationships with friends and family. The sudden change in family roles can also increase caregiver burden and create third-party disability. There is high-level evidence to support the efficacy of aphasia rehabilitation, with studies highlighting the importance of providing high-dose therapy that is tailored to the individual due to the heterogeneity of aphasia presentations. Unfortunately, people with aphasia have limited access to services post-hospital discharge due to barriers such as geographical isolation, a lack of funding, and a lack of resources. This creates inequities in service delivery for people living with aphasia. Telerehabilitation is one potential solution to these barriers, as it can provide more widespread and convenient care. The literature describes evidence for feasibility of aphasia telerehabilitation. However, there has not been any published research on the delivery of intensive comprehensive programs via telerehab. UQ researchers have developed a therapy program that incorporates individual impairment-based, functioning-based, and computer-based therapy, as well as group therapy and home practice. This program is called the Comprehensive High-Dose Aphasia Treatment, or CHAT. To be able to provide equitable access to this program, CHAT needs to be translated for telerehabilitation delivery. We call this version TeleCHAT. However, TeleCHAT brings with it the complexities of translating therapy, managing technology, facilitating communication and participation, and documenting therapy outcomes online. These issues may be compounded when placed in a comprehensive treatment. With these considerations in mind, my PhD aims to determine the usability, feasibility, and acceptability of providing TeleCHAT from the perspectives of participants with aphasia, their support person, and their treating clinicians. There are three parts to the development and evaluation of TeleCHAT. Firstly, the translation of chat into TeleCHAT, which involves a literature review, task analysis, and development and evaluation of training for clinicians and consumers. Secondly, a pilot trial of the program will deliver up to 4 rounds or blocks of therapy. These trials will then be evaluated to determine the feasibility, usability, and acceptability of the program. As there is vast heterogeneity in aphasia presentations, there are many different types of therapy that could be used for its treatment. Therefore, a detailed task analysis must be conducted to inform its delivery and lessen the likelihood of unforeseen barriers. The task analysis is quite detailed, as you can see in the example. We need to analyze each task in terms of the stimuli or therapy resources needed, the therapy prep that clinicians may need to do to make the resource digital or tailored to the client, the clinician and client's responses, so what they need to see, hear, or do during the session, what technical function will allow them to make that response, and what technical product have those functionalities. The task analysis will then inform development of a training package. General perceptions from speech pathologists and people with aphasia was that aphasia-friendly training is a facilitator of successful therapy. Therefore, it is imperative that comprehensive training is developed to support successful use of the technology, to minimise errors, and to build user confidence. The training package proposed will include training manuals, instructional videos, supplementary material, and workshops for the speech pathologists and people with aphasia. These will be evaluated by a satisfaction questionnaire post-training and 1 to 2 weeks into TeleCHAT. The next step is to evaluate the design of TeleCHAT through a pilot trial. There will be 3 participant groups involved in the study: people with aphasia, their support person, and treating speech pathologists. There are 3 phases in each round of therapy. The first phase involves the assessment, training, goal setting, and treatment planning pre-TeleCHAT. The second phase is the delivery of the therapy. And the third phase involves the assessment and evaluation occurring post-TeleCHAT. Preliminary results from each round will be used to inform and improve the next block of therapy. The treatment program itself will include 50 hours of therapy divided into impairment-based, functioning-based, computer-based, and group telerehabilitation. To ensure access, people with aphasia will be lent laptops with webcams, headsets, and tablets if they do not already own one. The video conferencing software used will be Zoom, which has capabilities to screen share, annotate, draw, and remotely control the other person's screen. These features allow maximal interaction between participants. So how will we evaluate TeleCHAT? Our definition of usability is in line with the International Organization for Standardization's definition for human-centered design, which is how effective, efficient, learnable, memorable, and satisfies users were with the technology. This was measured by observation checklists, usability surveys, error logs, debriefs with speech pathologists, and semi-structured interviews with all participants. We measured feasibility by looking at the fidelity of treatment and cost-effectiveness of the program, as well as qualitative perspectives of feasibility. Acceptability outcomes were measured via collation of people with aphasia's motivation levels during sessions, as well as qualitative satisfaction reports throughout therapy and in semi-structured interviews post-TeleCHAT delivery. In terms of our progress so far, translation of chat into TeleCHAT is well underway and should be finalised by early next year. Ethical approval has been received for the project and trials are to begin in 2021. Thank you for listening. Please leave any comments or questions in the feedback survey.